Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy, presented by Yamaha.
Oh, beautiful fish.
Nice! Look at that rock grouper! Grab him, Ian! What are you waiting on?
Hold on, Rick. Hold on. Wow.
Hey, there we go!
That's what we were looking for.
Nice grouper!
On today's Sportsman's Adventures, we travel to the southern Bahamas to fish the beautiful waters of the Exumas. Staniel Cay is one of the out islands in the Exuma chain and has all the charm and local flavor that makes traveling to the Caribbean such a treat. Our guest for today is no stranger to Sportsman's Adventure. He's Nassau native Ian Rademacher. Ian is always plugged into what's biting anywhere in the Bahamas.
Got a nice fish on here. I think he might have gone into a rock, though.
You in the rock, Dan? No, you got it.
He's under the rock now.
You know, Ian, this kind of fishing reminds me of what we do over in Chubb. And you know, you came over there one day and fished with Ridge and I and Colin, and oh, that is a nice fish. We're down here in Staniel Cay, and welcome to Sportsman's Adventures. Look at the size of this schoolmaster snapper Ian caught. Look at this.
Look at the colors on him.
Look at the colors. Now that's the cool part about coming to the Bahamas, is the variety of fish that you can catch. And we're literally, if you look back up that way, we're literally a half a mile or so from the dock. So Ian and I have been talking about coming to the southern Bahamas. Is Staniel Cay considered the southern? What is it?
Yeah, it's considered southern. Anything south of Nassau is considered southern Bahamas.
Well, we got some really cool stuff in store, but while we're waiting on the light to get right and the tide to get right, before we go wahoo fishing, we thought we'd throw a little Trigger X, hook up jigs, and see if we could catch some snapper dinner.
Yep, got something on here. Not quite sure what it is, but it's biting. Could be a mutton snapper that we're looking for.
Looks like that little tip.
Yep.
Well, let's see.
I hope he didn't go in a hole.
See what Trigger X fooled. No,
he
he's
didn't go
not in the hole.
He's right there.
Keep him up, keep his head up. 10-pound line, 10-pound mono. Don't let him get you, Ian. We're going the wrong way there, Bob. Oh,
We want to
no.
try and run this fish down.
Okay.
He's definitely going the way he wants to go.
Which way is he going?
He's heading that way.
Can you believe we're fishing 10-pound test and we're having to run the fish down? Stay on him, stay the pressure. Keep the pressure on him, Ian.
I'm just hoping he doesn't go in a hole.
Stay tight. Don't let him get you down there, bud. We came down here to Staniel Cay to meet, as you know, our unofficial co-host of the Sportsman's Adventure, Ian Rademacher. We're fishing some Trigger X just while we're waiting on him to make us some lunch. So we said, hey, let's go throw a jig on a Trigger X. And boy, I tell you what.
I think this fish has gone in a hole.
You get hung in the bottom?
Feels like it, yeah. He came out.
You got him off?
Yep, he's out.
Come on, man. Don't let him get you back in there. That's the one thing that's so cool and so fun when you're fishing light tackle, is that the fish really have a chance. You know, since we've invented braided line, you know, I feel like a lot of times the fish don't hardly have a chance because of the sensitivity and all that, but Down here in the Bahamas, in this clear water, there's no doubt if you use mono, you're gonna get more bites. So that's why we use mono. Unfortunately, as you go up in size in mono, 12, 20 pound, it doesn't cast worth a crud, 15 pound. So we use 10, and realistically that 10 breaks at about 12 and a half to 14 pounds. What do you got?
Looks like a big market fish.
What is it, big market fish? Bring him right here,
there
bud.
he is. Let's go, bring him towards the back of the boat. Look at him, beautiful fish.
Now what a market fish is basically it's a white grunt. And I tell you, back in the day when my grandfather was alive, he actually would go crazy when he would catch these big market fish. It's a fish also that you can grab like a bass. How cool is that? Not very many saltwater fish you can actually grab like a bass. This guy you can. My grandfather right now is going, yay, eat him, eat him. That and a porgy, that's what my grandfather used to love to eat. This fish is in the grunt family. How cool is that? Hey man, good job.
Check out the indentation on the top of his forehead there.
What's that about, you think?
No idea.
All right.
I know the locals love to eat these things, but I think we'll let him go, huh, to fight another day.
Yeah, man. Hey, good job of getting him out. He wrapped you around some kind of fan.
Yeah, he went in, he was in that ledge. You could see him.
Oh, look how cool he is. Look at all the silver. That's what's so neat when you come to the Bahamas is just an array of different fish that you can catch. That's a good bite. He throttled it, man.
You think you got their little mutton snapper?
I don't know. I don't know. Thumping. Tail's thumping. Could be a big yellowtail.
There you
looks
go.
like a big yellowtail. It looks like
fish right there.
ceviche is what that looks like. That's ceviche on a jig head.
That's a perfect pan frying size yellowtail right there.
Exactly.
Beautiful fish. Huh? Look at the color of his tail.
You know, watch when the longer he stays out of water, the more color he'll get.
Yeah.
Watch. You just hold him here for 1 second. Watch. He'll start turning pink, and then this will get real gold. Isn't that crazy? The mutton snapper does the same thing. When he starts turning real red, the longer he's out of the water, the more color he's gonna get. Look, you're seeing it before your eyes. There it is.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful fish, huh?
Yeah, man.
That's got to be the most common fish people catch in the Bahamas, the yellowtail.
It's, I think, probably the favorite reef fish of
Sure.
anybody to eat.
Definitely.
All right, well, we're gonna let him go.
Yeah.
It's hard to let him go. Oh, that hurts.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Catch the latest at Rapala.com. Williamson for the Pelagic Playground. Maverick Boats. Fish the Legend. Minn Kota. Anywhere, anytime. Humminbird. Simply, clearly better.
Yamaha's next generation V6 4-strokes are changing the game.
Mid-range power was awesome.
Fuel, the burn, it's unbelievable.
Couldn't believe the speed and the fuel economy is pretty impressive.
I mean, I couldn't believe the power. It was like it was more like doing a quarter mile on a drag strip.
And them things are like, it's a whole nother game. So I made the switch.
Experience the difference for yourself during the Yamaha Discover V6 Offshore Demo Tour. See why we call it the Game Changer.
For years, they've quietly taken you where the fish are. But now the silence is about to break. With the incredible new iPilot Link, your Minn Kota and Humminbird can communicate with each other. So you can hold on a spot like an electronic anchor. Record and return to waypoints and paths. Follow any Lake Master depth contour and more, all automatically and all from your Humminbird or the Link remote. They talk, and you'll be speechless.
The revolution continues. Faster, drier, even better built. Designed around Yamaha's latest technology outboards. Still built by the same craftsmen and anglers that launched the Bay Boat Revolution. Whether chasing world records or time on the water with your family, or anything in between, there's a new Pathfinder model for you. Pathfinder. #1 for a reason, still.
You already know about the La Jolla Resort in Isla Mirada, so let's talk about the La Jolla experience. With an on-site boat ramp, the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic is just minutes away. And when you return from fishing, there's barbecue pits to cook your catch while your family enjoys the pool or one of our new remodeled rooms. This historic resort, the La Jolla, is family owned and operated and has a friendly staff ready to make your La Jolla experience a really great one. You know, while we were filming this show with Ian, he tells me about this cool island. So we go around the corner, he says, I gotta show you this. And we pull up to this beach and Ian whistles. And when he whistles, this 200-pound pig comes running out of the bushes. Now, you never expect to see a pig, one, much less a whole bunch of pigs. They not only did they come out to the water, they got in the water, swam right out to the boat and expected for us to feed them. And what was really neat was watching all the barjacks following them.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
Here. You know, when you started telling me about this, I thought to myself, this man's lost his mind. Now I'm seeing it. And that's some of the cool things about going to the Bahamas, is seeing all the cool places and the cool things to do while you're there.
The island of Staniel Cay lies in the middle of the beautiful island chain known as the Exumas. Staniel is a true boater's paradise, known for its peaceful waters and miles of sandy white beaches. It's like no other place on earth.
The Exuma Islands are really the most beautiful islands in the Bahamas. It's a chain of islands that run approximately 100 miles from north to south, and they are hundreds of little keys and islands surrounded by beautiful water, sandy beaches. There's a ton of stuff to do here. You've got, you know, beautiful beaches. You can go feed the pigs on certain islands. You can go see the iguanas on other islands. There's great fishing, there's spear fishing, there's diving, there's everything that you could imagine for you and your family. There's also great accommodations in this area as well. Many of the islands have, you know, custom houses that you can rent, but while we're staying in Staniel Cay, it's a yacht club that you stay at, and they have beautiful accommodations right on the water. Staniel Cay is definitely, in my opinion, the nicest place in Exuma to stay at. It's, you know, not too many people know about it, but over the years it's become, you know, more and more exposed. The feel that you get in the Exumas is like the real Bahamas that you would get 30, 40, 50 years ago. They still have it out here.
Ian is the owner and operator of Harborside Marine, located right on the water in downtown Nassau. Ian recently put us on a great Wahoo bite with Rapala president Tom Mackin.
Not yet. Watch your line.
That's a nice fish.
Not yet.
Nice.
He's still going, Mac. Still going. Now, Mac, coming from Minneapolis yesterday, let's talk about it a little bit. What was the conditions in Minneapolis in the month of January?
Well, it was probably about 20 below zero. It was windy, it was snowing. Going down the highway sideways in my car. This is a little different than that.
You went from snow to tropical southeast winds in the Bahamas. We're fishing the pocket.
Really nice to have short pants on and be fighting a Wahoo right now.
Between Chub Key and Andros, the pocket, 400 to 600 feet of water. My good buddy Ian Rademacher, the co-host of Sportsman's Adventures when we're coming filming for the Bahamas. And I gotta say, we're catching Wahoos, and the Wahoo bite is always red hot in the month of December, January, and February. The cool part about this is we're trolling 15 knots, big lures and trolling lures with big weights, anywhere from 48 ounces to 64 ounces, 32 ounces, and we vary the different lengths of the rods, fishing 4 rods. It was a system that was developed by a guy named Ronnie Chapman. He used to come over from Miami and fish in Bimini. And as you can see, Ian keeps the boat in gear. And the reason why is because the Wahoos are so fast that they'll swim towards you. And because they hit the lure so hard, it actually tears a big hole in their mouth. Keep it over there, Mac. Don't let it pile up on one side, otherwise we won't be able to reel. That's what we brought you for, you and Fisher, the Sir Alexander Winder.
That is a workout.
Look at Mac, his face is red.
Don't try this at home.
He hadn't been in the Bahamas long enough to get his tan yet. So.
Hey, we might catch 16 of these today.
You ever caught a Wahoo before, Mac?
First one, guys.
All right.
We ain't got him in the boat yet.
Keep winding him.
Keep coming, Mac. I don't see the whites of his eyes yet.
Yeah, keep rolling, keep rolling. There we go.
Here it comes.
Here comes the sinker. All right.
Oh, he's a big one.
I think he's been side hooked.
Side hook.
Go ahead and slow the boat down.
Take the boat out of gear, fish.
Yep.
Pull those in the middle. Both of them, please.
Okay. Oh, nice fish, though. There you go. Ooh, real nice fish. Great.
Woo, look at that, baby. That's a Wahoo, Mac.
Get in there,
Nice
Mac.
fish. Check this guy out. Watch out, Ian. I'm coming your way, bud.
All right.
Watch out, watch out. I'm coming your way. Nice. Look at that Wahoo. That's what I'm talking about. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission wants your help in removing lionfish from Florida waters. Interested in helping? Lionfish can be speared or caught in handheld nets, and a recreational fishing license is not required while targeting lionfish while using a pole spear, a Hawaiian sling, or handheld net, or a spearing device that is especially designed and marketed exclusively for lionfish. If you get stung, treat the wound by immersing the area in hot water for 30 to 90 minutes and seek medical attention as soon as possible. Although complete eradication is not likely to given the current range and distribution of the species, localized control is possible through consistent and sustained harvest pressure. To learn more about lionfish evasion and what you can do to help, visit myfwc.com/wildlife habitats and click on non-native species.
Hold it right there. The Minn Kota Talon locks you onto a fishing spot with unmatched speed and stealth. And when Mother Nature tries to knock you off your mark, hit back with the strongest hold on the water. Talon, stand your ground.
Hi, I lost a big fish earlier today. Wasn't using suffix. It was about this big.
Look, slow down there, cowboy, okay? A fish in the lost a van, huh? You want your fish. Sorry, honey, that fish is gone.
Always use the best line, suffix 832.
Welcome to the inner circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
I got my first Yamaha in 1994, and I still use that outboard in the Bahamas today. This Yamaha 130 has over 2,000 hours on it, and it sometimes sits for 6 months. I can always depend on it starting and performing like it did when it was new. Everybody knows Yamaha stakes their reputation on reliability, and for me, that Yamaha 130 is living proof. So if you're considering a Yamaha, I can tell you that reliability and performance is something that you can count on for a long time.
You know there's more to it than luck. There's fishing the right bait, the water temperature, the wind, the season, and then there's the boat. We'll put it simply, the boat matters. To own a Contender is to own the best sport fishing boat on the market, period. Contender offers the most comprehensive model range with bigger, faster, and more fuel-efficient boats than the competition. There's only one choice for serious anglers. Contender Boats. Performance through innovation.
Yeah.
Definitely got a small tuna. What do you have on there, Rick?
I think I got a small tuna or something. Yeah, it looks like he's going across the surface.
What do you got on there, Rick?
You know, Ian, what's the best time of year to come to the Bahamas to fish?
Well, it all depends what type of species you want, Rick, but basically you can fish here all year long. Whoa, look at this.
What do you got?
I had a small blackfin tuna.
Somebody ate him?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So, really, if you're coming to the Bahamas, you want to target whatever species you want to catch and come during the time of year, whether you come here on a cruise, whether you come here for vacation, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Look at here.
Basically, depending on the time of year, you can catch
cool, man.
Tuna, dolphin, wahoo, bonefish,
yeah,
all 9 yards.
Just really depends on what you want to catch. Sorry about that, Mr. Tuna. You got me all tangled in my line. Let me get him. Hey, where you going? Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. Hey, oh! Boy, he tell you, you grab his tail and he goes crazy. Look at how cool he is. We gonna let him go?
Yeah.
All right, look how neat. There's a little yellowfin, right, Ian?
Yeah, that's a little yellowfin.
All right, Bubba, we're gonna let you go. All right. Whew.
Okay, here we go. This fish hit right before my jig got down to the bottom.
He saw your jig coming down,
definitely
probably.
Feels like a grouper.
Oh, it is. It's Nassau.
Okay, this is a beautiful Nassau grouper. These fish are actually, it's closed season for these fish right now because they're spawning. So normally if we start catching a lot of these, we're gonna move to a different area. We wanna let this fish go. So the season's closed between December and the end of February.
December to the end of February.
And what they do is they school and they gather in these huge schools and they actually spawn together. This fish is actually too young to spawn, but the larger fish are spawning right now and they spawn on the full moons.
Look at
during the winter time.
How the stripe goes through that fish's eye, right above his eye. Look, on both sides you have that. That is so cool how, you know what he looks like from the top is a sea fan. You know what I mean? When I'm looking down at him like that, it looks like a whole bunch of sea fans with the curves as they float in the tide and the wave action. What a king of camo, man.
That's right.
All right, let's get him back so he can go back to being a big dog.
There you go. That's a good one. What do you think you got there, Rick?
I got a malfunction in my rod and reel. Ian, where are we?
Right now we're in the northern Exuma.
You gotta go fast
Island
because
Key.
of the shark.
We're by Highburn Key.
It's a sharky area. Oh, I just
there you
think
go.
I just got
nice
sharked.
grouper. I think we got the fish we were looking for. Beautiful fish.
Nice! Look at that
blackfin
grouper! Grab him, Ian! What are you waiting on?
Hold on, Rick. Hold on. Wow.
Hey, there we go.
That's what we were looking for.
Nice grouper. Now, Ian, let me ask you, how big do they get to where you aren't comfortable eating them? You know, this is probably a 12, 15-pound fish.
Sure. Normally when they get in the 30-pound range, I won't eat them anymore. You know, they have such a high chance of having Ciguatera in the Bahamas.
Let me ask you, you know, that's always a concern of big snappers, big groupers. I'm out of breath, I love it. But is there a way that you can tell?
No.
Let's say you catch a fish. I mean, I'd heard so many fairy tales about you can take a silver coin and you put it in the blood.
Or
and
if the ants don't eat it.
Yeah, or flies. You wipe the blood on a rag and then you hang it on a clothesline, a bunch of flies laying dead under the clothesline. None of that's true.
Not that I know of, no. No, I don't think any of that's true.
The one thing I do that know that's true is when I come to the Bahamas and fish with you, it's big fish, grunting, groaning, and a lot of fun.
Yep, this is a very pretty fish. I think we're gonna let him go though, huh?
Bump, that's your call.
Yeah, let's let him go.
What do you think about that? Big Williamson jig, 3.5-ounce jig, boom, down.
Staniel Cay, in the heart of the Exuma chain, is one of the most beautiful places we have ever visited. The spectacular waters and beaches are as clear and pristine as anywhere in the world. The people of Staniel were incredibly friendly and made us feel like one of the locals. They take full advantage of their sunny seaside lifestyle, from the swimming pigs to the swaying palms, the exotic plants and spectacular sunsets. All have made this another great sportsman's adventure. Check out the Sportsman's Adventures website at sportsmansadventures.com. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
Oh, God.
Nice one.
Hey, here we go.
There we go.
Here we go, Blake.
This is what Lake Okeechebee's about right here.
Oh, yeah.
Sportsman's Adventures was brought to you by La Jolla Resort, a place for families and fishermen. Costa Del Mar, see what's out there. Trigger X, Trigger the Bite. Ameritrail, custom trailer manufacturers. Contender Boats, performance through innovation. Suffix Lines, the world's most hardcore fishing line. And VMC, your expert in hooks.